Gold was up only about $5 today. What is it? $3,346.90 an ounce. It's up $6 since last week, but it went way, way up there when Trump said he was going to put tariffs on Switzerland because they export a lot of gold. And only very few people getting rich by it, by the way. Only about 2,000 people I read in Switzerland. So they changed that, and they're not going to put tariffs on that. So that brought down the prices, but they're still very high. And again, you're going to see, here we go. Expectations for lower rates soared following the report. Traders are now pricing a 94% chance of a rate cut next month. The S&P 500 and the NASDAQ closed at new record highs. How come? Well, the inflation numbers came out. And the Dow went up too, of course, and added 483 points because the tariffs. Oh, yeah, that's the other one. Another day, another different, what Trump spews out. Hey, guys, so we're going to put them tariffs on China? Yeah. And I ended 90 days. It ended today. No, it didn't. I forgot. He changed his mind yesterday. He keeps changing his mind with this shit. Again, the tariff deal was supposed to end yesterday if they didn't come up with a deal. And now they're extending it. And this is very important. They're extending it 90 days. That means the retailers don't have to rush to buy products for the holiday season. They can take their time. And the inflation numbers are coming in lower than expected. But again, are they being rigged? We don't know. But consumer price index rose 2.7% on an annualized basis in July. They were estimating 2.8%. That's fucking 0.1% down. It's a big deal. Anyway. And the CPI, which takes out food and energy, it increased 3.1%. And they expected 3%. So it's above the 2% level. But the word on the street now, Trump's going to push the feds to lower interest rates, and the streets are betting on it. And interest rates are going to go down. And what does that mean? Two things. The lower interest rates fall, the deeper the dollar falls, and the death of the dollar has already begun.
Tariff policies continue to shake the economic landscape, with new import duties driving up costs that ripple into consumer services. Analysts argue that tariffs are generating only a short-term spike in prices, not a lasting trend. While goods prices remain relatively contained, elevated costs in services, hotels, medical care, air travel have fed into core inflation. The Federal Reserve is watching closely, balancing the inflation impulse from trade with underlying economic strengths and weaknesses.
Matter of fact, there's a great interview I did. I say great because the guy was great. Rick Sanchez on Russia Today. Look it up. I did it last week. And I said the death of the dollar, as you know, we've been talking about. So the lower the interest rates go, the deeper the dollar falls and the higher gold prices go. And the lower interest rates go, the higher inflation is going to go up. That's another thing. So watch out for that. Again, you know it. We said it. It's right there in your Trends Journal. With Trump, his family, the Witkoffs, the Jerkoffs, the Lutkoffs, whoever the hell they are, in his cabinet over there with the kids in the crypto market, Trump's kids in the crypto market, his friends in the crypto market, and the crypto club giving him over $100 million when he ran for office in 2024, plus tens of millions for his inauguration. We said, man, this thing is going to keep shooting higher. What it was back there, $60,000, $70,000 a coin. As we went on the air, it's over $120,000, all right? And it's just going to keep flying high. And the world is going to go digital. There's no question about it. As we say, from dirty cash to digital trash, the stable coins, this crap they're making up, they're all going to go that way. And what we're going to see is They're going to make it up and say these coins are worth a lot more than the dollar. We're getting rid of our debt level. Everything is going to be fine. And Brent crude hanging out there at $66 a barrel. They're putting out more supply than demand. There's a global slowdown. And again, it's in your trends journal, the OECD numbers and one after another I've been writing about. And gold.
Traders are now betting heavily on Fed rate cuts as early as September, encouraged by cooling inflation and emerging labor market softness. Yet Fed officials remain cautious. According to a Wolters Kluwer survey, roughly 60% of economists foresee a rate cut next month, with inflation expected to peak around 3.6% in Q3 before easing. Richmond Fed President Tom Barkin emphasized that consumer spending patterns, especially bargain hunting amid tariff worries, could mitigate inflation but also pose risks if demand falters. The Fed stands at a pivotal crossroads.
Gold was up only about $5 today. What is it? $3,346.90 an ounce. It's up $6 since last week, but it went way, way up there when Trump said he was going to put tariffs on Switzerland because they export a lot of gold. And only very few people get enriched by it, by the way. Only about 2,000 people I read in Switzerland. So they changed that. And they're not going to put tariffs on that. So that brought down the prices, but they're still very high. And again, you're going to see, here we go. Expectations for lower rates soared following the report. Traders are now pricing a 94% chance of a rate cut next month. Yep. That's according to CME's FedWatch tool. So there you got it. A lot going on. And on your economic update, as we say again and again, as we say, you can't make this shit up. Month after month, week after week, day after day, President Trump says he's doing one thing, then backtracks and or does another of his this or that. And of course, this one is the changing the 90-day tariff deal between China and the U.S. And again, very important that inflation hasn't gone up as much as people were saying. And, I get a lot of negative stuff because I'm in favor of tariffs.
As rate cut bets intensify, the dollar has weakened, reaching levels that benefit gold and commodities. Indeed, gold prices are hovering near their multi-month highs as investors look for safe havens and inflation hedges. Oil remains subdued. Brent crude prices edging around mid-60s per barrel amid concerns of a slowing global economy, even as OPEC updates its demand outlook. These dynamics underscore how monetary policy expectations ripple beyond bonds into currency markets and commodities.
If they bring back manufacturing to America, because the jobs that are being created in this country by the facts suck. They're in, again, it's only in your trends journal, not only in your trends journal, it's in your trends journal, only the facts that the jobs being created are in the healthcare sector and hospitality, social services, and that kind of thing. They don't pay a lot of money. And once upon a time, we were a manufacturing nation before. Beware of Slick Willie. This is a t-shirt I did in 1992. What? NAFTA sucked our jobs out to Mexico for cheap labor, and then brought China into the World Trade Organization. Officially came in 2001, 2 weeks after 9/11. And the Western nations gave China all the high-tech and heavy industry manufacturing skills they never had, and they're taking over. So I agree with that. Again, I can't stand Trump on his genocide policies about, there's an article in there that $50 million if you bring that guy Maduro, the Venezuelan guy, if you arrest him and bring him. And what the hell we care about that? This is the Trump that tried to overthrow the Maduro government when he was president back in 2019, 2020. We brought that guy Juan Guaido, a little piece of shit of nothing in there. And Europe backed him, saying that I was the real president. Of course it wasn't. And they tried to overthrow it and the coup failed. And now he's doing it again. So I can't stand him on this shit.
Economic narratives have become increasingly politicized. President Trump's public criticism of Fed Chair Powell, labeling him a loser and threatening legal action regarding Fed operations, adds to the drama. His recent firing of the Bureau of Labor Statistics chief, coupled with plans to appoint a critic in her place, has raised alarm about data integrity and independence. When statistics themselves become political, trust fractures. In this story, reliable data moves from background to battleground, setting the tone for how we interpret everything else.
And talking about shit that's going on, and it's totally disgusting. And this is just on the news before I came out. This is from Haaretz. Israel in talks with South Sudan about Gaza resettlement plan. Israel and send the Palestinians to South Sudan? What fucking right do you have to do that? Oh, I'm Milikowski. I'm the Polish guy from, my name is Netanyahu now, but I'll tell you, what the fuck are you doing? And where's the outrage? Oh, the news was Madonna told the Pope to go to Gaza. It's Celente told the Pope to go, but when the Madonna says it, then it makes something Madonna. Ain't my Madonna, baby. Anyway, Netanyahu tells countries to take in Palestinians if they want to help them. Open your doors. Can you believe this shit? Oh, the first one, by the way, was from the Times of Israel. The second one, Netanyahu tells countries to take in Palestinians if they want to help them. Open your doors. Could you imagine this? And that little scumbag, arrogant fucking prick, gone now, but back in the news. Anthony Blinken. I'm Blinken. I'm a little Blinken piece of scum. Oh, I was the U.S. Secretary of State under Genocide Joe. Yeah, that little prick. Why, how dare you call me a little prick? I have a prick bigger than a pencil, and I went to Dalton. I went to Harvard. My daddy was the ambassador to Hungary. My uncle was the ambassador to Belgium.
Beyond U.S. headlines, the international scene remains volatile. Globally, India reported its July inflation at a modest 1.55%, an 8-year low, highlighting diverging pressures across economies. Resources like gold remain in play as safe havens amid geopolitical and market uncertainty. Meanwhile, ongoing conflicts and humanitarian crises, from Gaza to upheavals in various regions, cast long shadows over economic forecasts. Whether through migration, diplomacy, or media, the global stage reflects that economics and ethics are often intertwined and that hope and hardship travel side by side.
Yeah, that little scumbag, you know what he said? Wrote an article for the Wall Street Journal. Now is not the time to recognize a Palestinian state. Who the fuck are you to say this? Why do we only have to listen to these fucking scumbags? Why? Because you're still in kindergarten. Now you do what I tell you, okay? Time to take a nap. I'm not tired. Time to take a nap. Yeah, again, I ran away when they told me that. Anyway, scumbags, one after another. The genocide going on there right in front of everybody's eyes. And, of course, it's all in your Trends Journal, one article after another. Yep. One article after another. Israel killed 5 Al Jazeera staffers, including a popular correspondent. Oh, no, he was aligned to Hamas. Yeah, okay. I got it. Yep. Microsoft playing key role in helping Israel carry out ethnic cleansing in Gaza. Vast majority of Israeli Jews say they couldn't care less about reports of starvation in Gaza. America last, House of Republicans flocked to Israel to meet with Netanyahu. London arrests 522 for supporting a pro-Palestinian group. FEMA threatens to withhold federal funding for states, cities that boycott Israel. Trump gives Israel green light to keep up massacres in Gaza, says remember October 7th. Security cabinet approves Netanyahu's plan to occupy Gaza City as IDF escalates killing spree and the Gaza death toll.